We're going to get right to it, but hit that like button on your way in the building. Let your friends and family members know about the channel as well. And we thank you all for tuning in. Before we get started, we want you to know that this stream is being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of a 150% sign up bonus on your first deposit using code YouTube150 up to $2,000, ladies and gentlemen. The odds are up right now. You still have about 20 minutes to get on the 1 o'clock games as they are all listed on the site. Now, remember, BetUS is not just the sports book. It also has the live betting, the casino, the race book, and BetUS TV as well, where they have all the shows for every show and for every sport. All right. So make sure you take advantage of it. Supporting our sponsors is supporting the channel, and make sure that you gamble responsibly, ladies and gentlemen. All right, but we're going to dive right into the action. We have all the games pulled up, and we're going to get into them, and we're going to predict them in a blitz session. All right, starting out with the Philadelphia Eagles versus the Bengals. This game is in Cincinnati, Ohio. The Bengals being at home for this game. Unfortunately, I had the Bengals beating the Eagles. The Eagles are a good team. They get a lot much needed help last week with Chase and Smith, but the Bengals are on a roll, and I look for them to turn their season around. They had a rough start, but nobody's noticing that Joe Burrow has stats that rivals the best of them. Almost 1,800 yards, 14 touchdowns, and only 2 interceptions, ladies and gentlemen. Jamar Chase is on a tear right now, and I believe that the Bengals at home will do enough to get this victory, and the Eagles will go 4-3, as the Bengals will go 4-4 to get to 500. Moving on, the Ravens, the Browns. This is one of the easy picks for me. Browns are at home, new quarterback, offensive line help coming, but Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry cannot be stopped. The Ravens will demolish the Browns. They'll put up a little bit of a fight early on, but I think that it's going to get out of hand as the game goes forward. Ravens on the road, dominating. Next up, Lions, Titans. There's no difference here, ladies and gentlemen. The Lions are going to obliterate the Titans. They have nothing going good for themselves. Matter of fact, the Titans have been selling last week, getting rid of some of their better players because they know they have to start investing in the future. While the Lions, on the other hand, it looks for them to be on cruise control, trying to get positioning in the playoffs and maybe even the number 1 overall seed. Time will tell. Then we have the Dolphins and the Arizona Cardinals. I have the Dolphins at home on this game. They get much needed help with Tua Tagovailoa coming back at the quarterback position. Arizona Cardinals playing solid football. Kyler Murray doing some good things this year, but it won't be enough to go and beat Miami. To look for them to get their newfound hope to start going on a run. Then we have the New York Jets and the New England Patriots. These games are always tough, but look for the Jets to get their act together. This is a must-win for the Jets, and they will get it. The Patriots just aren't ready yet right now. The important thing for the Patriots is to let their rookie quarterback go out and make all the mistakes he wants as he learns how to navigate the NFL. But Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams, Garrett Smith, I'm saying Garrett Smith, Garrett, and Breece Hall, look for them to have big games. All right. Look for them to do what it takes to be able to get a win for New York to start to put the franchise in a positive light in hopes of potentially making a run. And I meant Garrett Wilson. Next up, Falcons, Buccaneers. This was supposed to be a great game this week, but unfortunately the Bucs are without Mike Evans, Godwin. They're just in trouble. I feel bad for the Bucs playing so well with Baker Mayfield. But if Baker Mayfield can figure out a way to pull this game off, he needs to be discussed in a higher light. But I got the Falcons in this one in a bounce-back game after losing last week in a shootout. Not a shootout, but a high-intensity defensive battle. They beat the Bucs last time in the thriller, but now it's going to be even easier without having the weapons. I got Atlanta. Then we have the Green Bay Jacksonville Jaguars. This is a scary game for me because we all know Green Bay is slotted to win this game, and it's hard to think why wouldn't they. But the Jags coming off of a win, they are a better team than they put out this year. I don't think they'll get this victory, but I wouldn't be surprised if they shock everybody with the upset of the week. I got the Packers in this one. Next up, the Indianapolis Colts, Houston Texans. This is also a tough game to be able to predict because the Colts are playing better football, coming off of a nice win versus Miami. Anthony Richardson getting better. The Texans, though, are the better team, but they haven't been playing like it. Coming off of a tough game last week. Not looking good. CJ Stroud throwing for like 89 yards, just embarrassing. I don't know who's going to win this game, but you got to go with Texans, just the more talented team. And we'll see how this one ends up. Saints Chargers, another one that's interesting because the Chargers, in my opinion, aren't the better team when Derek Carr is with the Saints, but Derek Carr is not with the Saints. I have the Chargers in this one beating the Saints. The Saints get a few pieces back, but it isn't Derek Carr, in my opinion. I think the Chargers run the ball, they control the clock. Herbert gets a few play actions and makes some huge plays, and we'll go from there. So without Derek Carr, I just don't see the light for the Saints. Chargers win. Buffalo, Seattle. This is going to be a tough game for both teams. Buffalo, in my opinion, is the better team, but I got Seattle in this one. I think being at home is going to be a huge boost with 50-degree weather. Geno Smith leading the league in passing yards, but he got to do better with the touchdown interception ratio. Look at Josh Allen to have a big game, but somehow I feel like on that back end, Seattle secondary will do enough to just hold the Bills to a loss. And if the Bills win, I wouldn't be surprised, but this is one that I'm actually willing to go out on a limb with. Seattle wins, all right? Panthers, Broncos. Broncos will absolutely obliterate the Panthers. The Panthers, one of the worst teams in the league. Listen, Bo Nix, you got to go get this win if you're going to show that you are a quarterback that's worthy of continuing to be invested in. And the Panthers, it is what it is. Bryce Young coming back. Unless he shocks the world, they're losing. Next game of the week. We got the Chiefs versus the Raiders, ladies and gentlemen. All right, the Chiefs, I don't even got to say nothing. The Raiders are really in sale mode. They're trying to figure out their identity for the future. Chiefs doing Chief things. They'll go on the road and win. Bears, Washington. This was also supposed to be a great game, but unfortunately, Jaden Daniels will not be playing. So I got to go with the Chicago Bears and Caleb Williams. The Commanders, listen, let's see how good the team is. If they figure out a way to win without Jaden Daniels, then maybe it isn't all Jaden Daniels, but I'm sorry. I think it has a lot to do with Jaden Daniels, the Commanders' success this year. So I'm going to go with the Bears until Jaden Daniels comes back. Cowboys, 49ers. 49ers are all beat up. Cowboys somewhat beat up. And this is just like the Bills-Seahawks game for me. I'm supposed to pick the 49ers, but I'm going to go with the Cowboys. I can see an upset here. I can see for both teams ending the day having a good game, but the Cowboys come out on top on the road, giving that organization help, all right? Someone said Jaden is playing just then. I didn't see that, but if Jaden Daniels is playing, oh, boy. I would actually switch my picks to the Commanders. So if that is correct, that Jaden Daniels is playing and that's just then I would switch my pick to the Commanders. As you know, the Rams beat the Vikings. I was wrong on that pick. I had the Vikings beating the Rams because I also didn't know Cooper Kupp and Puka Nacua was going to be back. But since they were back, I would have picked the Rams. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Monday night, Giants, Steelers. How can you bet against the Steelers? Look for them to go 6-2. Giants still trying to figure it out, have a good pass rush, but the Steelers just well coached. Russell Wilson having a little bit of a resurgence in his first week back. We'll see if that lasts long term. But there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is your Week 8 predictions. Don't forget the stream is being powered by BetUS. Take advantage of a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit using code YouTube150, all right? Again, using code YouTube150 up to $2,000 will get you that sign-up bonus. Remember, gamble responsibly. If you have any issue with that, there are resources that can definitely help you out on the site. And it's not just a sports book, but it's live betting, it's casino, and so much more. Thank y'all for tuning in. Those are your Roundtable Sports Week 8 NFL predictions. Until next time, we love you all. Peace. We are out.